On the handoff, it's Mack. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. He gets this one to Boyd.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris,
his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now Cousins. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Cousins. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Cousins now.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's the backup Mariota. That's complete to his tight end Waller. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Cousins. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cousins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
They'll throw now on the final play. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Good route here. I'm going to come back to you.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to